In this course, we're going to be using the determinant as a way to help us multiply vectors. We explored in the last section a product between two vectors called a dot product that resulted in a scalar, and which was a real number. And in this section, we're going to explore a product called cross product, which will result in a vector. But before we do that, I'm just going to show you how to use the determinant to multiply, to just multiply. So a determinant of order 2 is we express a determinant using these bars, and typically we might write the one vector, its components are across the first row, and another vector whose components are across the second row. In linear algebra, you'll explore the determinant a whole lot more, but here it's going to be really useful to us in finding cross products. So the way that we multiply the terms here, the elements of each, or the components of each vector, or the elements of a matrix, is by first finding the product of A times D. So we go down this diagonal and write, we multiply A times D, and then we subtract what we get when we multiply across the opposite diagonal. So minus B times C. So notice in our example, are the elements of this matrix, or this determinant, are 2, 1, 3, negative 4. So just procedurally, how to do this, we're going to find the product of 2 and negative 4 first. So we do 2 times negative 4, and from that we will subtract the product of the terms in the opposite diagonals, which will be 1 times 3. And so we get negative 8 minus 3, which gives us a number which is negative 11. All right, that is finding a determinant of order 2. I'm not yet going to define the cross product because now we're going to introduce, well, how do we find the determinant of order 3? And then we'll have the tools that we need to define the cross product between two vectors. So of order 3 here, we have the determinant that is a 3 by 3 arrangement of elements. We will think of these, you can think of the first row as elements of one vector, the second row elements of another vector, and the third row elements of a third vector, possibly. And this is just a procedural exercise of how we're going to determine this determinant, this product. So the first thing that we do, this is just one way of doing it. There are other ways, but in this course, we're going to just think about one way. And I'm going to just kind of pick the first element in this matrix, in this arrangement, at the upper left corner, A1. And I'm going to write down that element, A sub 1, and we're going to imagine that we block off the column that contains A1 as well as the row that contains A1, and we will calculate the determinant formed by the elements that are left, so by this part of the matrix. So we get A1 times the determinant that has components B2, B3, C2, C3. All right, there's more. Now we're going to imagine that we block off A sub 2. So I'm going to kind of block off A sub 2 and also consider ignoring the row that contains A2 as well as the column that contains A2. And we're going to form the determinant formed by the remaining elements that are not in those green row and column. So the only difference here is that since we're working with the second term, we're going to do a minus. There's no rationale here yet for this, but we'll do minus A sub 2. We're going to alternate signs, S-I-G-N-S. So minus A2, and now we're going to multiply by the determinant B1, B3, C1, C3. So what's left after we've kind of ignored the column and row that contain A sub 2. And then the last thing we're going to do is add. Now we're going to add, we just alternate signs. A3, we're going to do the same thing with A3. So we're going to, I'm going to circle A3 and imagine blocking off the column and row that contain A3. And we're going to multiply A3 by the determinant form with the remaining elements. So that's going to give us B sub 1, B sub 2, C sub 1, C sub 2. And finally, if we expand all of this using our definition for the order, for the determinant of order 2, we'll have A1 gets multiplied by, here we're going to do B sub 2 times C sub 3 minus B sub 3 times C sub 2. And now we have minus A sub 2. And here we're going to use our order 2 determinant definition, B1C3 minus B3C1. And finally, plus A sub 3. And now we've got B1C2 minus B2C1. And this is how we calculate the determinant of order 3. And this is going to be a tool that we use to define the cross product between two vectors.